Hey, what's up, YouTube? I haven't made a video in a long time. It's been about a year. But I thought I'd make an update. I've gotten some new stuff. I'm a lot better than when I started making knives and posted those first few videos. So I think last time I made a video, I still had this bench grinder up there, which I do not use anymore. I think I still use that on a regular basis. I haven't touched that in a long time. And I didn't have this, and I didn't have this, and I didn't have this. So, and I was using that mainly. Now that's just for handles, really. So it's nice, but it's just for handles. So first off, I'll start with the disc sander. No, I'll start with the bandsaw, because that's what I got the longest to go. Okay, so it's a porta bandsaw from Harbor Freight. It's mounted on a stand I made. It's just some angle. It's a couple pieces of angle iron. Welded, then I drew a hole, and you can screw it in the back, and it's upright. It's pretty solid, I guess. And it cuts my steel. I don't have any steel at the moment. Oh, I think the last time I made a video, I was using files still. That seems so long ago. I'm out of steel right now, but that's what I use. I buy 7 feet at a time. I buy it in these big cardboard tubes over here. There's like 5 or 6 of them lying around back there. Using for shipping now. I cut them up and I use ship knives in them if I don't have a box. But I've got a bunch of boxes right now, so I don't really need to. But yeah, so that's what I use now. You know, it's a lot better than the files because you don't have to anneal it when I start out. That really sucked, having to anneal it every single time. And you can just cut it out on here, and it's really nice. It's slow enough to cut it, and yeah. I guess I'll go with the disc next. So I started out with this Craftsman 2x42. Didn't add the motor until recently. I got this back in, I want to say January. And I just used the motor for a while, but it was really fast. It's too fast for knife making. You can see it. You can't really see it. They're at 3,500 RPMs. That's really fast. So I stepped it down. I used the bench grinder motor for a while, but that was only half horse. This is a third. It's not powerful enough. It would stall out all the time. So I was using the bench grinder motor for a while, and I put pulleys on it. I took the grinding stones off and put pulleys on it, and it worked alright. It wasn't quite as powerful as I'd like to. So then I got this. This is a 2 horsepower 1725 RPM motor, which is great. Great. 2 horsepower is plenty. It doesn't stall ever, hardly, especially with this link belt. The V belts slip a lot, but these do not slip, and this is a lot quieter too, as well. I think this is stepped down to, I think at the belt it should be spinning at 1400 RPM, around there, because I stepped it down from here because I wanted it slower. That I don't really use the back gear. It's too. I used it for. I think the back gear it's at 2000 RPM, and I don't really like that very much. So I just stepped it down. It works fine for whatever I needed to. It's a dual capacitor motor. It starts immediately. I'll turn it on. Starts immediately. It's great. It's great. This thing, I love this thing. I need to get belts. I mean, I've got belts everywhere, but they're all used. Every one of these is just done, pretty much. I need to get more. I use my belts too long. I'm cheap. There's belts everywhere. I use them until I can't use them anymore. I use them so they fall off practically. I buy those at True Grit Abrasives. A couple of these are from Sears, but those are aluminum oxide grit. They're not very good for steel. They're good for wood, I guess. I mean, you can use them in a pinch, but the ceramic is the way to go. They last the longest. I can get several knives out of one ceramic belt. And this here is a disc sander, also from Harbor Freight. It's 10 inches. I think it's a 3/4 horsepower motor. I just use the discs that come at Harbor Freight. They work fine. It's an abrasive back. You stick it on. I mostly use it for rough profiling right after I take it off the bandsaw and making all my scales flat for the knives, like the scales, make them flat. I'll show you the wood in a second. I don't use. I think last time I made a video, I was still using hickory, I believe. I got from like Home Depot or something. Like I said, I've come a long way since then. In my opinion, I definitely have. It's not just my opinion. Everyone says it. I think I had the drill press last time I made a video. It's just a Harbor Freight tabletop bench press or drill press. I mean, it works fine. I just drill my holes. This is better than using a hand drill. You already know the 1x30. That's what I started on. It's my baby. I mean, it still runs great. I don't know how. I've abused the heck out of it. And it's made to take the abuse, I believe. The tracking is messed up. Actually messed up a while back, so you can't really track very well. I can never get good crisp grind lines on that thing. But this thing I can. Its track is amazing. I made a tracking knob up here. You used to have an Allen wrench, but now I have a thumb screw type deal, and that's a lot easier to do. I guess I'll show you the wood. Yeah, okay. So, what we got here. This is marble wood. These two are both marble wood. This is a new, I've never tried this wood before. I like how it looks on a knife. I'll put some pictures of my knives I've made in the past year at the end of the video. Haven't used these. Haven't used this. Is Bubinga. Haven't used that before either. I like that too. It doesn't take to the oil quite as well as I'd like it to. Before I had Bolivian rosewood and Burmese rosewood, and then Cocobolo, this is also Cocobolo, but this is a different piece. It's a lot darker than my previous one. The grain's a lot tighter and darker. But it looks cool when you finish it up and sand it. The Cocobolo takes great to oil, or boiled linseed oil is what I use now. The Bubinga did not. It dries out a lot like the walnut I used to use, which a little disappointed. It looks great right when you put it on, but after a while it dries out again. Marble wood stays fine. You might not even need white oil on it, but I just like to. Same with Cocobolo. Yeah, this will last me good 5 or 6 months. Probably longer than that, actually. I got 3 pieces of this same size for Christmas last year, and that lasted me in good 7 or 8 months. It lasted me until the end of July, I think, and then I had to get more. Ended up having to go back to some walnut I had still had a tiny bit left over from Rural King, or not Rural King, Home Depot or something like that. I still had some. It was just lying on the floor over here. I just used that because well, I was like, might as well. I don't have any wood, so got this now. It's Exotic Woods. I got it from Exotic Wood Place. It's an online place. It's a great little store. They have they only have a $25 order minimum, which is really great because you don't have to. A lot of places have a $100 minimum order, that's a lot of wood really, and I don't really need that much at a time. So it's great that I can just buy a little bit at a time, and this will last me a long time. This is about $45 worth of wood right here. This will make several. This will make several knives. This will make probably 20 knives. So, I think that's about everything that I've done, gotten new. I mean, I've had the welder in the last video too. Still in the same garage, just more stuff, but more skilled, I believe. Definitely, I've made about $2,000 in knife sales at this point, which I'm pretty proud of. I have a little cottage business going. That's what everybody says. Before, when I made it, I only had the attention of a few aunts and uncles, but now my parents have been bragging on me to all their friends and acquaintances, they've brought them to work and showed them. People are really impressed. I actually, I was featured in Blade magazine back in May, I believe. I might post a picture of that too at the end. It's really small because they had already written the article on young knife makers. So, I mean, they just kind of put me in. But I mean, it is great. I had a few people contact me from the article and bought a knife. I think 2 people did. It's just a great way to get your name out there, really. Get featured in that magazine. What else have I done? I think I'm approaching on my 60th knife I've made. I didn't do anything special for 50, so I might do something special for 60. Because I missed 50, I didn't realize I'd made 50 knives. So, yeah. Oh, there's one last thing. That's my trash bucket. That hasn't been emptied since May. And it's just dense as could be. It's very heavy right now. There's a lot of stuff in there. A lot of trash. I need to empty it. Just haven't. My scrap bucket of steel. I don't know. It's pretty heavy at this point. I could take that to the scrap yard and get some 15 or 20 bucks out of that. I should do that. But yeah. Well, that's about all the updates. Now I might start making videos more frequently, as you can tell. I got a better camera. My dad did, I guess. I'm using it. I basically use it. He took some pictures of the cats, and that's about it. I've pretty much used it only for knives. And it takes great pictures. I'll post some pictures at the end. All we're taking on this camera. So, I guess that'll do it, I guess. See you guys.